Well, today I'd really like to be in Aberdeen, Maryland, but I can't be in Aberdeen, Maryland. We're still doing social distancing and all that good stuff. But what you see in the background over one of my shoulders should give you a clue where On Location would like to be today, and that's at Leidos Field at Ripken Stadium in beautiful Aberdeen, Maryland. And we're going to be talking to Jack Graham, who's the general manager of that wonderful baseball team. A lot of big changes happening in Aberdeen, and guess what? You're on location. And welcome. This is On Location. Ken Kudrowski here, and we're doing this socially distant, unfortunately. I'd rather be at Leidos Field at Ripken Stadium in Aberdeen. I'd rather be there, but the next best thing is to have Ripken Stadium in the background behind me and talking to the general manager of the wonderful Aberdeen Ironbirds, Jack Graham. Jack, hello there. Welcome to On Location.
Thank you. It's great to be back. It's great to be connected with you, Ken, and I wish that you could be here as well. It's a beautiful, sunny, blue skies day here at Ripken Stadium, but otherwise fairly cold. So best that we do this distanced.
Well, I know that Cal commands that it is that way because he raises his arms every morning and has sun shining on the stadium. I know that he has the power and the glory and the authority to do that. And you can't deny that, otherwise you won't be working there anymore. So I know that. For a guy who played 2,632 games in a row, the weather tends to cooperate with a guy who puts in that level of work. Yeah, he's amazing in that way. I often thought that when he was going for that record, they ought to have had the count from Sesame Street, counting off how many games he's played in a row. So maybe the count could be there at one of the Legends nights that you have, but we're getting way off topic. The other thing I'll mention before we get into the heart of the matter is that you have the distinct pleasure of being really the first person who has been interviewed twice here. Oh no, there was one other.
Wow.
But anyway, congratulations for being brave enough
Thank
to
you.
come back a second time. Yeah.
Thank you.
So you get the Iron Man Award.
Wow. There you go.
You get the Iron Man Award. So look, it's good to have you here, and I love having a show that has to do with sports because with the virus and everything, we've done a lot of very serious, and I mean serious shows already, so it's nice to talk about something fun. How did Jack Graham get to be general manager of those Ironbirds? How did it happen?
Well,
tell us the story.
It's a fairly unusual story in terms of the progress of my career. Most minor league baseball executives do not start like I did on the field, and most minor league baseball players do not eventually transition to a minor league front office. I was in the Orioles system for 3 years after graduating from Kenyon College, and one of those 3 years was here in Aberdeen. I was a catcher with very few at-bats, and the opportunity to play with a really great team that included Trey Mancini and Mike Yastrzemski, Jimmy Yacobonis, Donnie Hart, among others, as well as a phenomenal coaching staff that included former Orioles great Alan Mills, among others. And it was great to play on the field. And when the Orioles eventually told me that my playing days had come to an end, I thought to myself, where do I want to continue my baseball education and my baseball career? And I was very lucky to have been given an opportunity by the Aberdeen Ripken experience and Ironbirds family to come here and continue that progress and be part of this club, starting out as a low-level, entry-level salesperson, working my way up into operations, and eventually becoming familiar enough with the organization that the Ripken family trusted me to take over as general manager in September of 2019. So I've been general manager for about 16 months, and I haven't lost a single game yet, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, you haven't lost a single game.
Yes.
Let's get to the heart of the matter. One of the main reasons why I wanted to have you on TV today. Hey, I'm not a real baseball expert, but I know enough that I've read different things, and Major League Baseball has done some things to minor league ball. It's been in the regular press. You don't have to read specialized baseball journals to understand this. It's been pretty much documented everywhere. So how do all these changes, how does this contraction or deletion of certain teams affect the Ironbirds?
Yeah, well, the good news is that the Ironbirds have benefited. The Ironbirds were previously, prior to 2020, for our last season in the New York Penn League, we were a short season single A club. And for those who are unfamiliar, basically that means that the guys who are drafted highly in the Major League Baseball draft typically will come to Aberdeen and start their professional career here. I mentioned Mike Yastrzemski, I mentioned Trey Mancini, among others, going all the way back to Nick Markakis, one of the most notable early Ironbirds, and Manny Machado and Matt Wieters, who they played some of their first affiliated baseball here in Aberdeen. And so when the professional baseball agreement expired in September of 2020 and Major League Baseball announced their plans, those plans included the Ironbirds becoming the Advanced A full season affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles, a spot previously held by the Frederick Keys, who are now in the Major League Baseball Draft League, a league for highly touted prospects to get looked at before the Major League Draft, as opposed to the Ironbirds were after the draft. And so we're really excited about a higher level of baseball and more baseball for our community to come and enjoy.
You're going to be going all summer. You won't stop.
It's great. It's a great thing. And I think the thing I'm most excited about is we have always believed that our fans and our community have deserved more baseball. And they've always told us, if only we didn't have to wait until the middle of June to come and enjoy the games. And so, it might be a little bit chilly in April and people might not be able to attend as many weeknight games with their kids still in school in May. But I think that overall, the opportunity to provide employment, entertainment, and a safe, friendly, family, affordable location for that entertainment on a more regular basis is an opportunity everyone's excited about.
Now, wait a second. I have to revert back to my radio. All baseball, all the time. The Aberdeen Ironbirds. But think how much extra coffee and hot cream of crab soup you're going to be selling, and hot chocolate, and all that. I mean, your menu would just be more on the warm side through April and, till the last snowflake stops.
Yeah, across the street at the Ripken Experience Youth Baseball Tournament facility, we've been selling hot cocoa and coffee and, hot dogs and various other things, even breakfast sandwiches for years, because they play baseball 8 months a year, which is incredible to begin with. But to be able to translate that over to professional baseball here at Leidos Field at Ripken Stadium will be a phenomenal opportunity. And it will give us a chance to expand our menu a little bit and, capture some of those early season memories that I think we all have growing up going to our local minor league baseball stadiums.
Is this going to change, require more players being allocated to the Ironbirds by the Orioles?
What's interesting is that we'll actually have fewer players now moving forward. The short season single A format, it's hard to believe. The short season single A format had a roster of 35 players because most of those players were coming to the Ironbirds, arriving in Aberdeen, having already played between 25 and 30 high school games or 55 or more college baseball games. And so the pitchers had a lot of innings on their arms. The catchers had a lot of innings behind the plate. The position players had a lot of at-bats already, and they needed to spread the wealth and spread the opportunity so those guys didn't continue to get worn out. And so now that we're a full season club, these guys will be arriving fresh from spring training with, less of a burden on them. And so we're going to look more like a traditional baseball team that people are familiar with 25, or now the Major League Baseball teams have 26 players.
Okay, well, you'll have fewer players on the roster, but how about the crew that makes everything happen, the people who work the magic behind the scenes?
Sure.
You're going to have to do some additional hiring there?
We're hopeful. We're hopeful that we're going to be able to give more people more opportunities to come and work here at Ripken Stadium and contribute. One of the things that we love about our business is that, you know, we have a fairly small front office that's here year round, about 15 or 16 people, but we have a staff between concessions, ushers, ticket takers, kid zone workers, security, janitors, grounds crew. I mean, you name it, we do it. And those people, some of them are college students, high school students, some of them are retirees, some of them are people with 9-to-5 jobs who do this in their free time. There's going to be an opportunity for more hours, more people to be hired, more contributions, and ultimately, hopefully, the community will benefit from those extra dollars going into local pockets.
Okay. Things will be humming, and I'm sure that the businesses in and around the stadium will appreciate the fact that there are more nights that the lights will be on, because when the game is over, the town will still be buzzing and humming, and money will be generated. They'll love that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. We actually have great relationships with all of the local businesses, and it's funny because I had an usher, I think it was my first or second year working with the club, who told me that his other part-time job, he was a teenager who was working and putting himself, through college by, working during high school. He said that he worked at the Burger King down the road. And his job for the Burger King on nights that he worked for the Ironbirds was to call them 5 minutes before the end of the ninth inning and tell them, hey, the game's almost over. You need to get all the burgers on the grill because they're coming. And I thought that was fantastic. And we have a great relationship with the local Burger King franchisee. It's a great family-owned local business. And I'm glad that we are sending traffic in that direction.
Oh God, the Air Force would be proud to know that in Aberdeen they have the hamburger early warning system. The hamburgers are coming. The hamburgers are coming. Watch out.
Watch out. That's right.
Yeah. Say, do you guys even know what league you're playing in this coming season? Is it still the New York Penn, or what is it?
So we're not going to be in the New York Penn League anymore. We have had one brief meeting with Major League Baseball, and we've talked about sort of this unnamed advanced high A league. It doesn't have a name yet. I think that Major League Baseball is waiting to release a little bit more detail about who's in the league, what travel will look like, what affiliates they're going to be connected to. But what we know is that a lot of what people have seen in the past in Frederick in the Carolina League, or in Delmarva in the South Atlantic League, and here in Aberdeen with the New York Penn League is going to be shaken up. There's going to be new teams with new affiliates, and people are going to be seeing a lot of different looking baseball from that perspective. And so we're really excited that hopefully, as things start to clear up with the pandemic and Major League Baseball is able to release more information about when our season will start, we'll be able to tell people who our opponents are going to be.
I've got an idea. Let's see. The Ripken League. There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
I love that.
I'm sure all the other teams will be on board with that. I'm sure they will.
None of the other owners in the league, I don't think, are Hall of Famers. So I love that idea.
That could be the leverage you need. I mean, I don't think that Cal can go to any restaurant in the area, especially after the COVID thing is over, and have to wait in line for a reservation. I don't think that happens. So we can apply that here too.
Yeah. It's funny. Cal has a great relationship with the local community, and your producer telling the story before we came on air about his local connection to Cal and Bill, and everyone seems to have a story about Cal and Bill growing up and playing ball with them, or seeing them play, or going to game number 2131. And People are very respectful, but he definitely is one of the more notable alumni of Aberdeen, Maryland.
So help this dummy out here. How many games are you going to be playing this year?
Sure. So this year may be different than years which are not going to be affected by a pandemic. Our hope, and Major League Baseball's hope, is that we're going to be playing 132 total games, and hopefully that's 66 home and 66 road. That may be changed based on if our season is delayed and can't be adequately extended into the fall. But it's very similar to what full season used to look like, which was 70 games. And we're just excited because it gives us about 75 to 80% more games in Aberdeen to, have people come out and enjoy the facility.
And if nothing from the virus affects you, when should opening day be?
Well, I've been keeping an eye on the news, and most of what I learn is on Twitter or on, Baseball America. But it sounds like what's going to happen may be, according to the news I've read, that Major League Baseball and potentially AAA baseball will start on or around April 1st when they normally do. And that AA, Advanced A, which we're going to be in, and regular A-ball will potentially start after a minor league spring training period, which will take place after the major league spring training period. So I'm hoping that, fingers crossed and no guarantees, but I'm hoping that by Memorial Day, we will have had a few games under our belt and we will be celebrating Memorial Day the way we should with baseball.
Well, the Ironbirds are famous for all these events. There are people who go there regularly know that they can count on some real special nights, real special times. Of course, you've got fireworks going off, but now you'll have more games, so you're going to have to go wherever you go and get these professional fireworks and blow those things off, yeah. And so everybody has a good time. So are there any special new thoughts about what you can do to entertain the troops when they're out there to see the new improved Ironbird play?
I think that we're going to have to start to be a little bit more creative. No longer will we only have 10 or 11 Friday and Saturday night games. We're going to have 20 to 25 weekend nights where we're going to have to give people a reason to come out and enjoy the ballpark instead of all the many various entertainment opportunities that exist in today's modern world. Things that have worked for us in the past, like Star Wars night, military appreciation night, Christmas in July, things like that people have already come to know and love, I think are definitely on the docket. But additional fun events that may tie into springtime, like maybe there's an egg hunt night where fans can come in and hunt for eggs during the ball game to coincide with your certain spring holiday that's associated with egg hunts. Or maybe we do have a specific Memorial Day night celebration.
What could that be? I don't know.
Unknown, good question. I think it's Flag Day. I'm not sure.
Here's one. Here's one for you. Here's one for you.
Yeah.
You take a dunk tank and you put it between home plate and the pitching mound, and you get a local politician, and the fans will go wild. I mean, the money will go to charity, and I'm handing that to you, Jack. I'm just handing it to you. It's a winner. It's a winner.
I'd like to combine that with the opportunity for maybe instead of a politician, we put a rival team T-shirt on an intern, and we dunk the Blue Rock. With the Blue Rocks being the new Washington Nationals affiliate, it's going to be a phenomenal opportunity for a little bit of friendly rivalry. They're only 41 miles from here, so it's going to be a great chance to have some Orioles and Nationals, some Delaware and Maryland, some real good back and forth there.
Sounds like a plan. So you're going to have expanded special events, no doubt, and more on that will be coming again, no doubt. How about from the creative minds of your chefs there? Do you suppose there'll be new taste treats for people to stuff their mouths while they're watching the Aberdeen guys rack up the score?
Yeah, we know for a fact that we've got a couple of really great new partners coming into the building that were scheduled to be here for 2020, and that they're just chomping at the bit to come in. So the one that may be most familiar to locals or to people even outside the area is Jimmy's Famous Seafood, who they're going to have a cart here on the concourse. It's going to be a Jimmy's Famous Seafood crab cake cart. We're going to serve Jimmy's crab cakes. We're going to serve mac and cheese topped with Jimmy's lump crab cake mix. We're going to have potentially early in the season, maybe we have some of Jimmy's famous crab soup. And it's going to be a great opportunity for two big Maryland brands, the Ironbirds and Ripken, to partner with Jimmy's Seafood. And additionally to that, we're really excited about a less well-known brand to this area, but one that's really making waves out in Western Maryland. Frederick, Maryland's own McClintock Distilling, who have just been tearing up the Distilling Awards season. They're going to have a branded full bar here on the concourse where they're going to serve classic Maryland Orange Crushes, among other drinks. And it's going to be a chance for us to have a new and exciting beverage concept on the concourse for the average fan to go up and have a drink and enjoy a ball game. Who doesn't want to have a hot dog and an orange crush at a ball game?
You see, I'm having the same problem with you, Graham, that I did the last time. I mean, when I was out to see you the last time, I was sitting there on the concourse of the stadium, and none of the refreshment stands were open. You told me all about them. You told me all about them. And now you're going on, and now Jimmy's is coming with the crab cake and the mac and cheese, and now we got the great distillery coming down. But I'm over here, and you're over there. Thanks a lot. I mean, I'm going to have to take the stadium sometime during the summer and say Graham is just unfair to TV hosts. This has to come to an end. I just can't take this anymore.
I don't know if you've ever done an on location from a live sporting event, but I think that might have to be your next destination.
Well, I would do that if I could get my partner in crime, Ryan Sexton, there to watch me shoot T-shirts into the stands. I just want to take that pneumatic gun and go, bam, there you go, bam, there you go.
Absolutely.
That's baseball to me.
You're on the docket. You're signed up. You're our T-shirt guy.
And I'll be covered with Ironbird paraphernalia, and I'll be glad to be there and shoot it off there. You guys don't have. Forgive me for having to ask this question. Do you have any races like that one team in Washington does where the presidents run or where condiments run? Do you have any races like that?
We have had various iterations of races throughout the years. We had a food race where corn and hot dog and I believe crab raced each other, which is very symbolic of our steamed crab feasts that we have at the ballpark, where you get corn and crab and hot dogs all together. We've had eyeball races sponsored by a local ophthalmologist. We've had we have had our two mascots, Ripcord and Ferris, race each other and children, which is always a good time because birds are not known for speed on land. So certainly not Ironbirds. But we really try to do as much as we can to make the game and the on-field entertainment as engaging as possible for people who, maybe aren't baseball fans. I'm a baseball fan, but I know that not everyone is there for the crack of the bat. So it's always fun to create new and exciting promotions like that on the field.
Wow, I tell you. You can always tell an Ironbird fan who never took chemistry in high school, because you'll be talking to them and they'll say, well, I'll say to them, well, the mascots, and like one is ferrets, and they'll say, why would they name bird ferrets? And I go, hey, iron? What do you mean iron?
Right.
Ferris.
Right, FE.
Chemistry. Okay, there you go. Okay, so it's really not a stretch. And again, that's not fair either, Jack. You're drinking coffee. I don't have any coffee here that's been blatantly unfair. Oh yeah, there you with the Ironbird mug. Yeah, so there you go.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah.
So
No, you're absolutely right.
the
It's
most
fun.
important part of the whole interview. Here we go. How do the poor fans get tickets for the upcoming season? How do they do it? I can't imagine, but I'm sure that you know how.
Yes, absolutely. I appreciate you asking. We're really excited. When it was announced that we were the High A affiliate, people immediately began calling us. And for anyone who's got a pencil or pen at home, it's 410-297-9292. I'll repeat that at the end. But we're really excited because although we don't necessarily know what the pandemic is going to do to our schedule or our quantity of games, what we do know is that we want to give Ironbirds fans the opportunity to come to some of those games, even if they're not sure when. So for the first time ever in the history of Ironbirds baseball, we're offering a 5-game flex pack. It is a 5-pack of tickets that you can use all for the same game, all for 5 different games, or any combination thereof. And so for $60 per 5-game flex pack, you can buy that flex pack now and use it to any Ironbirds game, obviously subject to availability. We fill up on those firework nights, as you know, Ken. But we're going to have that opportunity for fans to call 410-297-9292 and buy those flex packs now and use them for any Ironbirds game that happens this coming season. And, I think that families are really going to enjoy the flexibility and ease of use of those flex packs and not be tied down to certain dates in a full season plan, something like that.
Boy, your office there, your ticket office is just going to be like spinning. You better get extra people in that office. Yeah,
yes,
you better.
Absolutely.
Well, I think we've pretty much covered it pretty good. Are there any other things not related to the expanded season or the food stuff that people will notice when they come out there this season? Or, any new grass growing or anything else different about the stadium?
We're really excited. We've got a couple of surprises that I'll try and notify you about, Ken, that's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks in terms of improvements to the facility. The City of Aberdeen, who have been great municipal partners to us, they're our landlord here at Leidos Field at Ripken Stadium. They're helping us to make those improvements that, the players, the coaches, the fans, the employees, they'll notice all of those things. And as more information about that becomes available, it'll be on ironbirdsbaseball.com. It'll be on Ironbirds social media. And hopefully we'll get a chance to tell you more about that before this episode airs. But for the time being, just know, Ironbirds fans, upgrades are coming. You're going to notice them. You're going to love them. And hopefully you get a chance to really blow your socks off when you get to come back to the stadium.
Okay, Jack. Well, the clock on the wall tells me I've got to skedaddle out of here. But before I go, I'm going to leave you with 2 thoughts. How about baseball card night where the kids can come and get their picture taken and put on a baseball card that has an instant thing, and they can be an Ironbird automatically. That's number one. Another idea,
Sure.
How about making up a fake Zamboni machine to go around the field, because and you can have all the things on the side, and of course the hockey fans like Ryan Sexton will probably want to drive the Zamboni all over the place. So there you go. Again, free stuff because there's no opposition to the Genius Switch. What can I tell you? I'm so glad that you were here. I'm so glad that Jack Gran himself was here this day on location, and I can't thank enough, Jack. It was really wonderful to be here. Best wishes to the new expanded, improved, glorified Ironbirds out there in Aberdeen. God bless you guys. Stay healthy, stay fun, stay socially distant. Stay at least one pace apart, and you'll be fine. And we'll see you maybe in another year or so on location. Jack, you take care of yourself, and everybody else, stay tuned. We'll be right back, and we'll sum this whole show up. Thanks, Jack.
Go Ironbirds.
Well, I'm glad you stayed tuned. And what have we learned today? Well, we learned that there have been a lot of big changes in Major League Baseball as it applies to minor league baseball. There are some towns that won't have their teams anymore, but some teams have benefited from it. And one of those teams that has benefited from this contraction of minor league baseball is, guess who? The Aberdeen Ironbirds. Yes, Cal's team down there in Aberdeen, Maryland. They're going to be a full season team. It's just amazing. And now they're going to have to order extra hot dogs, extra hamburgers, extra crab meat, the whole ball of wax. People are going to be whacking those poor crabs out there in their little pavilion all season long. It's just going to be, oh, such a feast, so much Old Bay. I just can't handle it all. But Jack Graham, the general manager, was really wonderful in explaining all this to us. And, if you were paying attention, Jack told you how to order tickets. And if you didn't get all that information, then follow the information that'll follow me, and you'll know where to get tickets and all that good stuff. And you'll have a lot of fun enjoying minor league baseball in Aberdeen, Maryland this coming baseball season. So this is Ken Kiedralski thanking you for being with me on location.